Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you all the fragrances that I wore for this week. I can't wait, but before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the weird and wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about was a bit of a miss for me, and it is Rare Tiffany by AFNAN. Now, this is honestly a fragrance that you could wear all year round. But there's a lot of yellow floral in this, being ylang ylang. So I think of summer when I smell it, but really you can wear this any time of the year. It's a very classy smelling fragrance. And when I smell it on the cap, I really, really think it's beautiful. That said, I'm not sure it's my vibe. It's probably the first time I tried it. And I tried it when it was relatively cold outside, so it just wasn't really my mood. So I think that this is a fragrance that is more like, you know, you're dressed up a little bit and you're going out for a brunch, or you want to smell like you've got your act together. Or as I say, poop in a group, you would wear something like this. So it's more of a traditional floral fragrance smell. This has ylang ylang, jasmine, and rose in it, but what I'm getting is that yellow/white floral combo, and it smells a little bit more, well, it's just those kind of like really floral fragrances. That's what this is. This has musk, sandalwood, and vanilla in the base. I would say I get a little bit of the vanilla for sure. And then it has ginger, pink pepper, and caramel in the base. And what's bizarre is those seem more like top notes that you would want to smell. So it's very floral heavy, and I never get to smelling that ginger or the pink pepper, which I think would be amazing. So if those came out first, I think it would be better. It's decent longevity, like about 6 hours. Projection is amazing. I get a bit of that caramel, but it was just mediocre for me on the day that I wore it. So it could have been my mood. But yeah, I'm going to give this another one. I am definitely going to give this a few tries, because I do enjoy yellow florals. I do enjoy this off the cap. It's got the floral component for sure, but there is a sweetness to this. But it's pretty potent, and, you know, like I said, more of that traditional floral. So, you know, if you like things like Elisable Parfum, where you're liking straight up orange blossom, or something like a Gucci Bloom that's straight up tuberose kind of, then you may like automatically like this. A very classy, very sophisticated, just not sure, like the jury's still out on this one. Next, I wore Coco Vanille by MANCERA. Now this is the most recent MANCERA to my collection. Like, I smell it and my mouth instantly starts watering. This is so delectable, like seriously amazing. So you're definitely getting a lot of coconut for sure. There's a bit of tiare flower in there as well. There's peach, there's ylang ylang, there's jasmine. So this does have that floral component, but what I really notice is the coconut. It is very, very prevalent in this fragrance. There's vanilla, musk, woody notes in the base, and I get the vanilla for sure. Maybe a bit of muskiness, but mainly it's that vanilla coconut. So it smells a little bit like a vanilla coconut icing to me. Very, very coconut heavy. The coconut is pretty meaty, like it's very, very present, and kind of that raw coconut feel. So it's a bit heavy. I think this would be a little bit cloying potentially in the high heat, but it's just really, really delicious. I still kind of want holidays as well. Out of the two, I still can't decide. Like, holidays, I think, may have the edge over this one. People like both. So if you like holidays, you'd likely like this, although some people prefer one over the other. I guess I wish that tiare and the ylang ylang came out a little bit more. On my skin, it's mainly that coconut. That said, really enjoy it. And powerhouse fragrance, like lasts a long time on the skin, projects amazing, like you're talking 10 hours. If you put this on for the day, you wear it for the day. You can't really put anything else on. So it's really, really amazing from that perspective. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. Next, it was uber hot this one day, and so I pulled out Dolce & Gabbana's light blue Love is Love, and I was in heaven. Like, seriously, I enjoy this fragrance from beginning to end. It's got raspberry. I think there's ice cream in this, maybe whipped cream. I don't know, some sort of creaminess. I don't get the creaminess. I get a zingy, bright raspberry lemon sorbet is the feel that I get. I'd say that what the ice cream does for the fragrance is adds a little bit more sweetness. You know, compared to light blue, the woodiness is definitely pared down in this. So I'm getting less wood, more fruity, zingy, zesty amazingness. This is energizing. It doesn't get cloying at all. It's perfect for high heat. Longevity, mediocre, like I get about 4 hours, but then it becomes a skin scent and I smell it for quite a while. It's one of my absolute favorite fragrances for summer, for sure. I just find it happy, invigorating, energizing, ziggy. It's just great. Like, love it. This is out of the flankers that I've tried. I haven't tried a whole lot of the light blue flankers. This is my favorite, and I definitely prefer this over the original. The original just doesn't work on me. A fragrance that I am wearing to bed constantly lately, and I absolutely love this fragrance, and it is Love by Sofia Vergara. Now, it's so crazy because when I first smelled this, I thought, like, it just didn't do anything for me. But I love this fragrance. I love wearing it during the winter. I love wearing it in the summer. I feel like it just kind of morphs depending on the season. You smell something a little bit different. So to me, the star on this fragrance is the passion fruit opening. So there's passion fruit in that opening. I am literally loving passion fruit these days. So love the opening. There's also some apple and mandarin orange in this one, but I mainly get that passion fruit, and I just think it's so delicious. There's a bit of a powdery quality to this as well. There's orchid, coffee blossom, and magnolia as far as florals are concerned. So they're a little bit, it adds a little bit of powderiness. I think there's orris in this too, which would definitely help with that powdery quality. There's also vanilla, coffee, and caramel. I don't really get like any sort of major coffee at all in this, but what I do get is just a delicious kind of sweetness with this fragrance. I love wearing it to bed. It lasts about 4 or 5 hours. This is one that I want to actually wear during the day, or I can see this is a great like daytime fragrance in the cooler weather. In the warmer weather, I would probably wear this more in an evening. But it's definitely a staple in my collection, always out for sure. And I have just been really digging putting this on for bed. So love it. I love. Yeah. In my recent fruity fragrance, if you haven't watched it, you should go check it out. But anyway, I talked about PECHE YUZU by KYSE. Now, this is a delicious, ooh, like I just, oh, when I smell it, it smells like a really, really ripe peach with added sweetness and like potentially like pastry-esque in the end. So I just love it. It makes my mouth water. It makes me happy. It's so, so good. So I was suggesting trying it with Elisab Le Parfum, which is straight up orange blossom. There's orange blossom, honey, and cedar in this one. But it's kind of an animalic, neroli-esque floral, so quite potent, quite heady. So I mixed it with the peach, partially because, well, I just think orange blossom goes well with peach. But beyond that, Le Parfum White by Elisab has a peach note in. So I thought I'd try this and see if I got something similar. It's not similar, but I loved this combination. It's delicious. So any peach fragrance that you have, if you put it with something like this fragrance is pretty versatile. Any sort of a single note fragrance that you have, like raspberry or blackberry or plum or anything, putting it with an orange blossom fragrance really works well together. So if you've got two fragrances that don't quite hit the mark, and one is orange blossom centric and the other one's fruity. Try putting them together and see what you come up with. This is what was a great combination, but it was honestly uber sexy, like almost too sexy for me. This is too sexy for me to wear. Like seriously, it was somehow it was just a little bit too sexy. Like, is that possible? Is it possible that there's a fragrance combo that's too sexy? I don't know why, but I put it on and I'm like, whoa, this is sexy. And then as I wore it, I'm like, whoa, this is way too sexy. Like this is like animalic somehow, like peach, and I don't know, it just smelled a little like too sexy. So maybe nobody else would find it that way, but I sure did. So if you've got these two, give it a try and tell me, is it too sexy? Is it just sexy enough? What did you find? Let me know. It was really cold and awful this one day, so I pulled out my little tiny cherished sample of Delina Exclusive. Yep, I would definitely get Delina Exclusive over Delina. Delina is beautiful. I'd love Delina too. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd definitely get Delina Exclusive. It's just got a bit of je ne sais quoi, a little bit of mystery, and I am living for it. So I love this fragrance. I find it really long lasting, and I found that it literally lasted all day. Like I could smell it even when it stopped projecting. So about 5 hours in, it's not going to project as much. Although it was still present, like I would still get whiffs of it and thought to myself, oh, what am I wearing? And then I'd be like, oh yeah, Delina Exclusive. Anyway, so freaking amazing. And it just lasted on the skin till nighttime. So I didn't need to apply anything else. This is seriously, it's like super sensual. Like, so there's a softness to this one. A little bit more depth somehow. The tart edge of Delina, like with that rhubarb lychee combo with the rose, which I love. I find Delina a little bit more of a clear fragrance, so really bright, whereas this one's a little bit more velvety, a little bit mysterious. It's not smoky, but there's just this bit of depth that comes in from, I think, maybe some oud, maybe some incense. And that it doesn't come across as harsh at all. It just creates a smoothness and a depth that is so mysterious and so sexy and so amazing. I thought to myself when I wore it that I think if ever there was a fragrance that I would want to be my signature fragrance, it would probably be this one, even though the polar opposite. There's no mystery here. Like what you see is what you get. Like I am not elusive. I'm not mysterious. I'm an open book, honestly. But for my fragrance, when I put my fragrance on, I feel exceptionally elusive and amazing. Have you tried this one? Which do you like better, Delina or Delina Exclusive? Leave it in the comments. The last one that I'll share with you, I did it as a combo. I put my Belize Tropical Cabana on by Bath & Body Works. This is banana daiquiri, juicy pineapple, and golden sands. I get mainly banana, and I just really, really love it. I paired it with Broceliande by Soradora. This is a lime, rum, coconut creamy drink thing going on. It's amazing. It smells bougie, but it smells like a party. It smells like a bougie party. Honestly, when I think bougie, like the bottle looks like a bougie party. Like I think of like some sort of fancy urban place, but it's too great of a fragrance. Like it's too celebratory of a fragrance to be a bougie party. Like to me, bougie parties are boring. Like everyone just doesn't even, everyone just stands around trying to look cool. I want to go to a party where you can kind of get your dance on and there's jubilation and happiness. So this smells like that kind of party. It's got lime. It's so amazing, like mouth watering, but there's creaminess in it, has a slight coconutty feel with some rum in it. It dries down to be very vanillic. I would say that the projection is moderate, maybe even less than moderate. So the projection isn't amazing, but what you have on your skin is so mouth-watering and delectable. I'm in love with this thing, like seriously in love with it. What I would say though is I wouldn't pair it with the Belize again, because the Belize is overpowering. So the banana ends up overpowering that delicious lime. So I would instead next time pair it with more of a lime or a citrus lotion. I think that that would pair better than the banana, but I'm just kind of addicted to banana lately. I want to find more amazing kind of tropical banana fragrances, like a banana pineapple coconut situation. That would be really cool to me. If you know of one, let me know. So out of all of them, I would say my hit for the week was definitely Love is Love. I'm so excited to be wearing this one again. Definitely, it's a hot summer wear, so that's basically the only time you can wear it, but it's just really, really fun to me. The bust was definitely Rare Tiffany. That said, I don't want to get rid of it because I want to keep trying it. I have a feeling that eventually I'm gonna really like this one. So it reminds me of all those. For me, it takes me a little while to warm up to the more traditional florals, but this one, there's something about it that keeps me wanting to come back to it. And I just really love the color of that glass. I just think it's mermaid-esque and it makes me happy. Anyway, that is it. What was your hit for the week? Did you have a miss? Leave it in the comments. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.